Welcome to a very heretical episode. I'm playing as the Empire and I have a vampire count ally. I have VOLKMAR the Grim charging forward. My ally is 2 Vargulfs, 2 Terrorgeist, Crypt Horrors, and a Vlad von Karstein. We're looking at many Graveguard, it's pretty typical, a lot of Skeleton Spearmen. Our enemies would be the Orcs over here. Yeah, so they're over here just doing their own thing. We've got Clan Angrund as well. They're way over here. They've brought in 1 Ethereal Lord, Hulk and half Stonebeard. We're looking at a Rune Lord. Then Slayer's way back here. We've got a cannon and a pretty conventional army. They have a wing over here with Warriors of Dragonfire Pass, Slayers, and we're looking at Rangers too. I'm brought in my usual swordsman, my Flagellants. I never used to bring them in. Now I do. Silver Bullet, Serlin's Revenge. We've got Zentler's Reichsguard. I hate that name, Zentler. I don't know why. I just really do. Very strange. And I've got my Griffites. I'm not a huge fan of bringing in the mounted regiments of renown, but the normal ones for infantry are incredibly good. I love bringing them in. They're very effective. They're attacking my ally already, probably with the use of cannon or other things like that. Doom Divers, actually. They brought in a lot of Goblin Archers. That is really a lot. They have a giant, too. Look at him. Pretty nasty. Good jiggle physics, but not for the usual reason why you would be seeing that at any game. Whoa! Nasty. Alright, let's go look at VOLKMAR'S army now, moving forward. They're moving around alright. They're doing okay. Let's go look over here. Got more Graveguard. They're taking some damage, a little bit of damage. He's charging right into the middle, which will allow me to flank the Orc player. I'm curious to find out how this battle will go. I actually don't remember. I didn't play it that long ago. I don't know why I don't remember. I'm not playing with Tokshin for this battle. We don't always get a chance to play together every day, but we've been trying to. More and more. I think we'll be doing a campaign pretty soon together. I don't know if people would enjoy that, but if you would, make sure that you comment down below to mention that to Tokshin, and I'll be like, hey, look, they would enjoy that. Then we can do that. Alright, they're now moving forward. Still charging. They're undead, it's what they do. I use a banishment in the very beginning, trying to do damage to the Goblin Archers. Cheap units, sure, but might as well do a little bit of damage if we go look at it. Yeah, we got a few kills in, right? Well, not a lot of kills, but we did a lot to their health. Oh, the Biggins took some damage. Oh, heck yeah. Check that out. I don't think we had anything hit them. I didn't bring in artillery. So yeah, that did a lot of damage to the Biggins. Wow. Not a lot to the archers, but a lot to the Biggins. I don't know if I used another spell over there. I don't believe I did. Yeah, no artillery. 31 kills already. Our allies now charging in. Vargulfs are moving in. Right in the very beginning, a Terrorgeist is being targeted by all the archers. I mean, that's what I would do for sure. He split up his army, which is kind of strange. We have Varric's Reavers charging in. Did a lot of damage. Well, actually, no, it didn't. Bit to the health, but not much beyond that. The Warriors of Dragonfire Pass will definitely win. They have a weakness to fire. Right? They should. Oh, they don't. All right, they don't have regeneration. I thought it was just default to all undead. My bad. Huh. Yeah, the archers are all shooting at the Terrorgeist, who are not going to be able to last for long. I probably would have brought in my Terrorgeist to go after the archers to mix them up a bit. Or even a Doom Diver. I'm moving in. I have VOLKMAR the Grim now charging in. Right now. Being quite grim about it too. He moved right through them all. My own units are right behind me fighting. Check out that scenery. Beautiful. He's debuffing them. We got a battle prayer. He's killed 46 already. 48. Over 50 already are dead. I love VOLKMAR the Grim. He's quite effective, and I like the idea of having a battle poke. I really do. I don't know. I mean, he was probably busy trying to micromanage 2 fronts, which is way too much. But yeah, I wouldn't have split up our army. I would have let the dwarf slowly move over here to fight, well, him, not me. But if I was him, then yeah, that is what I would do. That was probably a foot of Gork. Yeah, that was a foot of Gork. Wow. Hit my greatswords pretty hard. I've got soldiers in reserve. I've destroyed the Orc Biggins. I've used a Celestial Wizard. I've got a Curse of the Midnight Wind, extended effect duration, all around them, debuffing them. Getting rid of armor and melee attack. Look at that melee attack. It's very minimal now. I've got my Empire Captain charging in to help out Volkmar. Volkmar already has 79 kills. A lot of kills already. I felt like he could have even have gotten more. Charging in behind Blackworks, trying to help out my Flagellants. You don't really want your Flagellants to hold your front line like that unless, I mean, that's like part of your build idea. But you want to have them flank against unarmored foes where they can do a lot more damage. The Vampire Count players over here still fighting, getting rather torn up. I think he had a lot of his fodder help me out. Well, he was fighting the Dwarf player too, and over here he's actually fighting the Dwarf army with his Graveguard and Varric's Reavers who are charging in. The Crypt Horrors will not do well fighting Slayers at all. That will not work out for him. We're back over here, still fighting. Magic being utilized. We have a few archers left. Bit of friendly fire. They have an Orc Shaman. I have Volkmar moving back in. 94 kills. I did use a Comet. I remember that. I thought it would kill something. Killed nothing. I really thought it would kill something. Wow. Over here I'm flanking them. I have Sterling's Revenge. Now hitting some... What? Oh, hello. Another Banishment. How about that? And Volkmar has over 120 kills. It gets very exciting watching him just accumulate kills so quickly. He's a madman. And not cheap either. Now fighting some of their Doom Diver crew. My horses are like flicking them into oblivion. Don't you love that? I love that. I find it quite weird. Quite funny. So, I destroyed the Orc player. Thankfully, the Vampire Count player had some fodder, but he was also fighting the Dwarf player, so he could have just went over here to fight on his own with his full army, and I would have been fine for sure. Even if I had been flanked. I'm too far away from the Dwarf player for them to quickly get to me. I've got my Silver Bullets firing from behind. They haven't been getting a lot of kills for me lately. But they're getting their kills. Still doing damage. From behind. Shooting Black Orcs. I've got my Sigmar's sons who are fighting on the front line. We have Great Swords fighting over here. We've got more Black Orcs and Spearmen with shields, and they're doing everything they can to win. And we've got Sterling's Revenge, my favorite group, shooting Longbeards who are now coming after me. We have Vargulf still doing their part. Doing a lot of damage, actually. Orc Shaman didn't really do too much. Vlad von Karstein's still alive. The Terror guys are not doing very well. They were pretty beat up, but they managed to take out one giant, so we've got a quid pro quo here type of situation going on. Tit for tat. Rumbling Guard now fighting, doing a lot of damage, sweeping up the Undead army. The Undead army was not able to hold on, which means we've got my army. I've got my Griffites now charging in, sweeping over fleeing units, trying to do some damage. I've got my Reichsguard charging in, going after fleeing units too, and that cannon. I wanted to get rid of them. We have over 20 kills now. So I've got my mounted units flying all over the map. I think Volkmar has over 150 kills now. Sterling's Revenge, 42 kills. We swept over the Orc player. The Orc player's in big trouble. We've got some swordsmen still fighting. 95 kills, which is actually quite a bit. They did alright. Tattersouls didn't take a lot of damage. We're fighting that Orc war boss. 48 kills. I mean, he's fighting a bunch of cheap units. Volkmar's over here. 160 kills. We're generating health right now. Getting even more kills. Driving through a group of Thunderers. Volkmar's killing spree is pretty brutal. Here's a Rune Lord come into play. Now, I'm pretty happy about what's been going on. Here's a Vargulf. Here is another Vargulf. Your troops have uncovered hidden foes. Thunderers are way over here. We've got Rangers too. We've got more Longbeards. Over here we've got 52. Warriors of Dragonfire pass. Yeah, there's another Banishment. I think it went over my allies a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately, kind of veered away. I mean, there's a big group of them. I wanted to destroy them. Probably should have saved it. But Volkmar gets a little bit too eager to kill the undead. Over 200 kills now. Still charging in. No damage at all because he regenerated. Charging in using a Grand Soulfire or whatever it's called. Still getting more kills and killing them. As you can tell, I'm very excited about how well Volkmar did. Got through the Orc player. Now going after the Dwarf player. I've got units charging in. Got Tattersouls. Oh boy. Now we're being flanked. I kind of noticed at the last moment and had them all charge in. So we have a naked dwarf on naked man fight going on. Very strange. Not sure how I feel about that. Thought I saw a giant behind him. I guess not. Volkmar still maneuvering around the map. Very mobile. Terror Guy's taking flight, charging back in. Vargulfs are over here, still maneuvering around. He did very well with the Vargulfs, I will admit that. They did a great job. Sterling's Revenge, 91 kills now, killing fleeing units. I'm trying to make sure they will not come back and fight again. The Slayers have gotten a lot of kills. My Tattered Souls have gotten quite a few kills too. So yeah, I mean, we're actually doing alright fighting Slayers. Pretty good. I don't know how many kills they've gotten since fighting me. Varric's Reavers are waiting here, and they have over 130 kills. Terror Guys is still going, 58 kills right now. I've got great swords and everything all mixed in, fighting Longbeards. I got VOLKMAR, 230 kills now. He charged back out. As you can tell, I'm clicking around rapidly with them, charging back in again. Getting a bunch of Dwarf Gunk in my wheels. And over here, Vargulf's still fighting. There's that Rune Lord. It was very brave to just kind of toss him into battle. I didn't think they would do so well, these Vargulfs. I've never seen them do so well, so I'm very pleased with how well he did there. I've got my Reiksguard going after Goblin Archers. We had a lot of control of the battlefield. I did for sure, too. My micromanagement was a little bit more on point than usual, too. Brought in mounted units, and we were able to just kind of outdo them. One player kind of blobbed up, too. Well, then again, I did charge in and contain him. Still fighting some Slayers now. They're falling apart, though. Got my own regiments of renown getting on to them. We're now hitting them. Trying to finish them off for good. VOLKMAR only got a few more kills for that charge. I don't know why there were so few. 25 kills for the Sunders. Over here, the Vargulfs are still doing their thing. Actually winning. Beating the Longbeards. The Rune Lord's now beginning to flee. My Demogryphs are... I mean, this is really like one of my better battles for sure. Everything I did was like on point. It was very good. And VOLKMAR was a madman. Not to mention, my combination of Lord and Hero worked out pretty well. I don't know, I could have used any other wizard, but it all worked out very well. I had cheap units fighting. VOLKMAR got his kills. Sterling's Revenge got their kills. Everyone just accumulated a grand and stupendous amount of kills. We have one more to take down. Naturally, that would be Hawkenhoff. We'll fast forward now because we don't need to just wait. He'll fall apart eventually. I'm trying to do all my damage to him. My magical damage. I kind of wish the Vampire Count player didn't blob him because I could have used magical damage. Or anything really. So yeah, we had to wait for a little bit, but eventually we do get him. Alright. And we won. I lost 785. I didn't know I lost that many, but I guess like towards the end I began to lose a lot. Let's go look at what we did lose. A lot of cheap infantry. I had an Empire Captain, 78 kills. I didn't even really pay attention to him very much. Was he on the ground? Maybe. VOLKMAR, 233 kills. Killed a significant portion of the Orc army. I mean, look at how many they had. That was a lot of their army. Tattered Souls did well, 83 kills. 152 for my Great Sword. Sterling's Revenge, 119. So all of my special units over here did very well. Yeah, actually, they all did well. 146, 205, 76, 119, 152, 96 for my Swordsman, 83 for Tattered Souls, Sigmar's Sons rather, 65 kills. And over here we're gonna look at my ally. Spearmen were fodder. I mean, that was their job. Terror Guys only 63. One Terror Guys completely destroyed early on. The Vargulfs did well. The Reavers did well too, and that was about it. But the Vargulfs made a big change for sure. Okay, the Orc player. Black Orcs, yeah, they were able to fight, but they didn't get to do a lot. I didn't use my mounted units on his biggins, so, I mean, they were destroyed. VOLKMAR completely demolished them. The Doom Diver got a lot of kills. Not on me, I don't believe. Too many Goblin Archers for sure. Way too many. He couldn't protect them all, so that didn't work out. He could have brought in more mounted units, and that may have been okay. Mr. Goose, what about you? Slayers did a lot of damage. I mean, they usually do, if you don't just shoot them up. Gremlin Guard, enough damage. 68 for the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass, and over here, cannons and artillery, just in general, a lot of kills. I probably did a lot of damage to the Vampire Count player. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like down below, and look forward to more content. Check out my links, and as always, until then.